Vision for BTEC Tech Enterprise for the exam. This one is on incentives, which is part of promotion, which is AIM A component 3. The 4-mark question, here it is. Jasmina, who is the gardening company JSG Limited, is thinking of using loyalty incentives as a sales promotion method to attract new customers. Explain 2 advantages for JSG Limited, that gardening company, of using loyalty incentives as a sales promotion method. So let's break down the question. Jasmina is thinking of using loyalty incentives as a sales promotion method. Which learning aim? Well, sales promotion. Well, if you're not sure, then the word is in there. It's promotion, which is part of AIM A. You're in the exam, so it's component 3. And loyalty incentives are a method of sales promotion, and loyalty incentives are the loyalty cards when you get your stamps to go and get your free coffee at Costa, where you go and get your points at Tesco's, where you can get your Nectar points. Lots of places, a huge amount of particularly retail places have loyalty cards, and the purpose of it is to encourage repeat purchases from your regular customers. Next, let's examine the exam command word. Here it says explain 2 advantages. So explain, what does that mean? What's it asking you to do? It's to set out the purpose or the reasons for actually using a loyalty incentive. And as it's got 2, well, we've got 2 purposes we need to describe. Right, so let's look at what you actually have to do. Let's switch to the green text now. So you've got to look at 2 advantages. That's all it's asking you for. So you need to state what loyalty cards do really swiftly, because it's not the stating what they are, it's the advantages. So we've just got to make a really simple statement about encouraging repeat purchases from loyal customers, from regular customers. And then you need to discuss and put in 2 reasons how a business benefits from using loyalty cards, which is then when we look at Jasmina and her gardening company. Well, now we're on the final comment, the 2. This is a 4-mark question and it states 2 advantages. Therefore, you need to state the advantage and explain how Jasmina's companies benefit using the loyalty incentive scheme. So yes, you are looking for a state in terms of the command word, state what the advantage is, but we've also then got to go into an extended sentence and use the explanation to help get the extended sentence. So that good old favourite on a connective, it's because. So here's the little formula to follow. You've got your first advantage, state it and explain how it helps. That'll give you 2 points. The second advantage, state and explain how it helps. That'll give you your final 2 points. You get your 4 points. So there's a good method to follow for these 4 pointers. Here's how it's going to work for the revision. We're going to look at 4 buckets. You're going to see what's in the 4 buckets. You're going to select things from each bucket. Your job is to then glue all the contents that you've selected from each bucket together, and you will then have, hopefully, a paragraph or 2 which will be your response to the 6-mark question. So the colour code and the revision key is remembering the process, the colour coded buckets that you need to go through, and we're going to show what it goes in each of those. In the green bucket you will find all the advantages. In the yellow bucket you will find the disadvantages. In the purple bucket you will find the high value connectives that you can select. And last but no means least, it is the conclusion, and don't think that it's a smaller bucket that means it's less points. This is where you can get your killer points with your justification. You'll be pleased to hear though that you don't need all 4 buckets for this one, so we're going to get rid of the yellow bucket. It's only asking us for advantages, so please feel safe, we can happily get rid of this bucket. And guess what? We don't need the conclusion bucket either, so that one can go. So loyalty incentives, they do tend to look like this, loyalty cards. So here's some very well-known ones. And you can have vouchers that can be sent home to the customers, or if we scale it down, because this is a local shop, you can actually have vouchers, discount vouchers that Jasmina could give out. Although I wouldn't recommend that to Jasmina, so we'll kind of park that one. We'll just leave it as vouchers that can be sent home and these loyalty cards. So here are 5 statements which are the advantages, with a bit of explanation for the loyalty incentives, loyalty cards, and also some discount loyalties to be sent as well. So have a look at these statements, stop the lesson, have a read of them, and obviously you're going to be using them in your own words in a sec. Now, Darth Leonard, the dragon's been having a few thoughts about these statements, and one question that's popped up is whether this list of customers that Jasmina could create for those customers who come in and say they'd like a loyalty card, would it help Jasmina with any other promotional activity? That's something you need to think of, particularly as we move to the purple bucket. Here's the purple bucket for the high value connectives. We do still need them for this 4-pointer question, which is explain advantages, because we're going to make statements, but we're also going to explain and demonstrate how each of these statements are going to help Jasmina's business. So we've got 4 straightforward high value connectives there, but feel free obviously to add any more as you want. So your job is to take the statements from the green bucket and put them in your own words and extend the sentences using the high value connectives so that you have got 2 advantages with explanations and showing how it links to Jasmina's business. Then boom, you have done the revision extended question for loyalty incentives on AIM A. Well done. Whoa!